Practicing? What are you doing?
You're so loud. Well, I'm trying to get ready for tonight.
So am I.
Okay, but nobody wants you to play drums tonight.
Well, what if they ask me to play drums?
They're not going to ask you to play drums. I've warned them.
But if I need to, I'll be here.
Okay, thanks, hon. But can you take a break for a minute? I'd actually like your help in getting ready for tonight. I'm supposed to share a devotional.
Okay, yeah. Just tell me when you need me.
Okay. No, dear. I need you right now.
Okay, what?
Okay.
Hurry, I gotta practice.
Okay, so we're talking tonight about serving. So do you think, would you agree that all people in the church are called to serve and not just the leaders and pastors?
That's right. We've all been given a gift. We've all been given a role. My gift is finding Bible verses. Look up Mark 13:34.
Okay, let me see. It is like a man going on a journey when he leaves home and puts his servants in charge, each with his work, and commands the doorkeeper to stay awake.
Yeah, the master puts everybody in charge of something, right? So God doesn't just look at believers as a group, as the church, but he also treats us as individuals and gives each one of us a role to play.
So we're all accountable to fulfill our responsibilities given to us by God. But I think it might be tricky figuring out what exactly we're supposed to do.
Well, the first thing we do is serve God by obeying his commands. It reminds me of a story that I heard once. So Mother Teresa, she was in Calcutta, and there was a younger sister there with her that was cleaning out this woman's sore. The story gets a bit gross, so excuse me. So this lady had a sore, and it had all these maggots crawling in it and stuff. And so she was cleaning it, but as she was cleaning it, she'd be like, "Oh, this is gross, this is stinky." And Mother Teresa came and said, "No, you're doing it all wrong." And so she actually got closer, and she was able to pick them up. She was actually to see the wound, and she cut into the wound and released more maggots. And it was really gross. But the closer she got to it and got to it, the wound started to heal. And she said to the younger sister, she said, "We are not cleaning this woman's sore. We are cleaning Jesus' sores." Like she was serving Jesus himself.
Wow. So she was serving God by serving the people around her. And you know who else was really like that? I think about Mother Teresa, the way she stepped down to serve people. Makes me think of Jesus. And even the night before he was crucified, he washed his disciples' feet when they would not even do that for each other. Jesus was a servant. Why do you think he did that?
Well, he wanted to come and show them that Jesus didn't come here to be served. He came to serve us. And so just in the same way, he gave the disciples an example of how to serve others because he was sending them out into the world to serve others as well.
You know what? I should bring up that passage from Romans 12. Let me see if I can find it here.
Here, I'll play while you look.
No.
No, it's good.
I've already got it, dear. Thank you.
You sure? Do you want a drum?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Okay.
I've got it.
Read.
Okay, Romans 12, verses 4 to 8. For as in one body we have many members, and the members do not all have the same function, so we, though many, are one body in Christ, and individually members one of another. Having gifts that differ according to the grace given to us, let us use them. If prophecy, in proportion to our faith. If service, in our serving. The one who teaches, in his teaching. The one who exhorts, in his exhortation. The one who contributes, in generosity. The one who leads, with zeal. The one who does acts of mercy, with cheerfulness.
So, it's kind of like each one of these pieces of the drum kit has a different sound, right?
Yes.
And then when you put it all together, it makes a beautiful noise. You want to hear it?
No.
Are you
Thank
sure?
you. No, thank you.
Because I can rock these babies.
No, I've heard enough.
Okay, well, how about this? How about like in our church? So you look at our church, there's people that can sing, right? And there's people that can't sing. So the people that sing are the ones that are up on stage, and they're helping lead us all in worship, right? There's people who are able to teach the word, They're able to explain the scriptures to other people. That's why we have pastors. And even people that are really good at welcoming and hospitality, they're there at the front door making sure people are coming in and feeling welcome. And if one of them didn't fulfill their purpose, the church would look completely different.
The church functions smoothly because we all have different talents. The church wouldn't look the same if we all had the same gifts.
Yeah, and it's not just that we have different gifts. If we're not willing to use them, then the church wouldn't look the same either. We just have to realize what our gift is and be willing to use that.
Well, and there's one more thing. I think the attitude of our heart is also really important. I think I'm going to share this story tonight. Let me read it to you. There was this young boy who could sing very well. Everybody loved the way he sang, and so he used to lead the singing in the church service. Everybody praised him because he sang so well, and as the weeks passed, he began to choose songs that would sound good with his voice. Please don't do that, dear.
Well, it's getting dramatic.
Though the people couldn't always join in, it really complimented his voice. Soon the pastor had to stop him from leading and singing. Why do you think the pastor had to stop him, Brent?
Well, I think mainly because he was doing it to look good. He wanted people to recognize him. And he wasn't really just serving anymore. He was actually looking for praise and adoration, not for God, but for him.
Exactly. In fact, he wasn't even worshiping anymore. He was performing. And so he wasn't really doing it for the right reasons. Though it looked like he was serving God, he was actually looking for praise from people.
So I guess when we talk about serving, the best way to serve God, probably the only way to serve God, is with the right motivation. Because God knows our hearts, right? So if we're doing something, for our own glory or for we want people to recognize us, God knows that. So with the right motivation, we can truly serve God.
Yeah, so if you think about a good servant would be someone who's always looking for ways to make his master's life easier or more comfortable.
And I guess we should be a good servant to everybody around us, not just thinking about Jesus, but we do it for Jesus, but he commands us to love everybody. So I guess I'd be a good servant. So with that, I'll rock us out.
No.
What?
Let me just summarize first.
Okay.
This is what we'll talk about tonight.
Okay.
It's everybody's duty to serve God, not just the church leaders and Bible teachers. We can serve God by obeying his commandments. We can also serve him by serving our neighbors. And as a church, each of us is different from the other with different skills. The church works best when everyone serves the other. The most important aspect of serving God is to have the attitude of servanthood, that we serve God and others from the bottom of our hearts and not for recognition or other earthly gain. Well, dear, I appreciate that you're serving with a willing heart, even though you don't have the talent.
Well, thank you.